OpenClaw can research leads, write reports, and coordinate multiple agents. But if you have to manually recreate that workflow every time, you haven't automated the actual business. Most people think an agentic loop is complete when the AI produces a good answer, but it isn't. The workflow also needs repeatable steps, clear ownership, persistent state, and a defined path when something fails. OpenProse is a new skill in OpenClaw that turns those steps into a reusable program that OpenClaw can run again and again. And in this video, I'll show you the architecture behind a practical multi-agent workflow and show you how to use parallel agents without losing control of the process. I'm a software engineer. I've spent a lot of time looking at why agent workflows fail in practice, and the problem usually isn't that the model cannot complete one task. The problem is the entire process is not designed as a system. By the end of this video, you'll understand what OpenProse actually does, how to enable it, how to structure multiple agents, how state is stored, and how to design workflows that remain reliable as they become more complex. You can find the official OpenProse documentation linked below this video. And before we enable the plugin, we need to understand why normal agent workflows become unreliable in the first place. The normal way most people use an agent is through a single conversation. You open a session, describe the task, and let the agent work. That works well when the task is small. You ask the agent to summarize a document, answer a question, or retrieve a few pieces of information. But business workflows are rarely that simple. Imagine you want an agent to research potential leads. It needs to find relevant companies, identify buying signals, collect information about each company, determine which people are involved, and organize the results into a report. Then another agent may need to analyze that report, identify the strongest opportunities, and prepare an outreach brief. That is no longer one single task. It is a chain of connected tasks. If you place all of those responsibilities into one conversation, the context becomes crowded very quickly. The agent has to remember the original objective, the research instructions, the formatting requirements, the decisions it already made, and the next step it is supposed to perform. That creates several failure points. The first problem is context overload. The second problem is that different stages require different behavior. A research agent should be thorough and skeptical. A writing agent should be clear and structured. An analysis agent should compare evidence and identify patterns. Those are different roles. The third problem is that the workflow becomes difficult to repeat. You may get a good result once, but if you want to run the same process next week, you may have to reconstruct the prompt, remember the sequence of actions, and manually move the outputs between sessions. That is not a reusable system. It is a successful one-time interaction. The fourth problem is failure handling. What happens if the research step fails? What happens if one source is unavailable? What happens if the writer produces an incomplete report? What happens if the workflow continues after one of its earlier steps returned incomplete information? A reliable agentic loop needs answers to those questions before it runs, and that's it. This is where OpenProse becomes useful. OpenProse gives OpenClaw a markdown first way to define a workflow as a reusable program. Instead of describing the same process manually inside a chat, you describe the process inside a .pros file. That file can define the agents, the steps, the order of operations, the information passed between the agents, and the conditions around execution. The important distinction is this: OpenProse is not simply another agent personality. It is a way to organize the work around your agents. You can define one agent for research, another for analysis, and another for final synthesis. You can run some steps in sequence when one step depends on another. You can run other steps in parallel when they are independent. You can preserve state between different stages of execution. That gives your workflow structure. You are no longer asking one agent to improvise the entire process. You are defining the process first, then assigning the right agent to each part. The result is a more visible and repeatable agentic loop. You can see where the workflow starts. You can see which session owns each task. You can see where outputs are created. You can see which step uses those outputs next. And you can define what should happen when a step does not complete successfully. Now, this is how you can enable it. The plugin is bundled with OpenClaw, but it is disabled by default. To use it, you first have to enable the OpenProse plugin. After enabling it, you restart the OpenClaw gateway. Then you verify that the plugin is active and that the pros skill is available inside your session. Once that is complete, the /pros command becomes the main interface for working with pros programs. This is not a separate environment that ignores the rest of OpenClaw. The plugin works with OpenClaw's existing sessions, workspace, file operations, web tools, and permissions. That is important because the workflow language and the tool environment remain connected. You can define the structure of the workflow in Pros, while OpenClaw controls which capabilities the workflow is allowed to use. Now let's look at the main commands. You can use /pros help to see the available commands and options. You can use /pros run to execute a local .pros program. You can also run a program using a handle and slug, or by providing a direct URL. These are commands for compiling programs, viewing examples, and updating the pros skill. The exact command syntax is available in the documentation, but the bigger idea is more important than memorizing the commands. You can write a workflow locally while you are developing it. You can store that workflow in a project repository. You can reuse it across multiple tasks. You can share it with someone else, and you can run the same process again without reconstructing the entire conversation manually. That is the difference between a prompt and a program. A prompt describes what you want right now. A program describes how the work should happen every time. Now let's go over a practical workflow. Suppose you want to create a weekly report about new AI tools and business opportunities. The workflow needs 4 stages. The first stage is research, the second stage is analysis, the third stage is writing. The fourth stage is verification. The research agent collects information from relevant sources. The analysis agent identifies the most important developments and separates useful information from noise. The writer turns those findings into a structured report. The verification agent checks the report for unsupported claims, missing information, and unclear explanations. At first glance, you might run these 4 stages one after another. Research first, analysis second, writing third, verification last. That is necessary for some parts of the workflow, but not all of them. For example, the researcher and the analyst may be able to work in parallel if they are using the same original input but performing different types of investigation. The researcher can collect direct information. The analyst can identify patterns, business implications, and possible angles. Neither one needs to wait for the other to begin. Once both are complete, the writer receives both outputs. The writer then creates a draft based on the research and analysis. After that, the verification agent receives the draft and checks it. The control flow looks like this. Research and analysis happen in parallel. Writing waits for both outputs. Verification waits for the completed draft, and the final report is produced only after the verification stage finishes. Here's the part that most people miss. Parallelism is not just about making the workflow faster, it also improves the quality of the reasoning. When one session has to research, analyze, write, and verify at the same time, it is constantly switching roles. That makes the instructions less focused. With multiple sessions, each agent can stay focused on one job. The research agent does not need to write the final report. The writing agent does not need to search every source from scratch. The verification agent does not need to invent the entire structure. Each session has a smaller responsibility, a clearer output. This also gives you a better way to diagnose failure. If the final report is weak, you can inspect the research output, the analysis output, the draft, and the verification results separately. You do not have to guess what went wrong inside one large conversation. And that is a major advantage when you move from demonstrations to real operation. So now let's talk about how OpenProse maps to OpenClaw. A pros program uses OpenClaw capabilities underneath. When the workflow needs to create or coordinate sessions, it uses OpenClaw sessions and task capabilities. When it needs to read or write information, it uses the workspace and file tools. When it needs to retrieve information from a website, it uses the available web tools. This means your permissions still matter. If the workflow requires web access, but web access is blocked, the research stage cannot complete. If the workflow needs to write a report, but the workspace is read only, the output cannot be saved. If the workflow tries to create a new session, but the capability is not allowed, the parallel stage will fail. This is not something OpenProse bypasses. The workflow has to operate within the capabilities that OpenClaw has made available. That means tool configuration is part of workflow design. The researcher may need web access. The writer may only need access to the research files. The verification agent may need access to the draft, but not permission to modify unrelated workspace files. Give each stage only the capabilities it needs. The main thing to remember is that permissions are part of the workflow architecture. Do not treat them as an afterthought. Now let's talk about state. OpenProse stores workflow state inside a .pros directory inside the workspace. That state can include program copy, execution information, bindings, imported programs, and agent data. The default state backend is the file system. This is usually the simplest place to begin because it does not require an additional service. The files remain visible in your workspace and you can inspect them while developing the workflow. There's also an in-context state option. That can work for smaller temporary workflows where you do not need long-term persistence, but it becomes less useful when the workflow is long-running or needs to continue across multiple sessions. OpenProse also supports SQLite and Postgres state backends. SQLite gives you a local database backend option without requiring a separate database server. That can be useful when you want structured local persistence. Postgres is designed for a more external and shared setup, but it creates additional operational and security requirements. So now let's turn this into a business example. Imagine a company wants to detect buying signals from job listings. The first agent monitors relevant job listings and identifies companies hiring for roles associated with a specific problem. The second agent enriches those companies with information about their industry, size, technology, and likely needs. The third agent creates a research brief for each company. The fourth agent prepares an outreach angle based on the research brief. The monitoring and enrichment stages may be able to run in parallel. The research brief waits for the enrichment output. The outreach draft waits for the research brief. That gives the business a repeatable buying signal workflow. You are not manually opening the same websites every morning and copying information into a document. You define the process once. You let the agents perform the repetitive research. You preserve the outputs. You can run the workflow on a schedule and produce the same structured result every single time. That is where OpenProse becomes more than a technical feature. It becomes a way to turn your business processes into inspectable agentic loops. But remember to start small. Do not begin with a workflow that can modify every system in your business. Start with a local pros program. Use two independent agents. Run those agents in parallel. Add one synthesis step. Save the outputs. Inspect the results. Then add validation. Make each agent produce a predictable output. Make the final step check whether the required information is present. If a stage fails, make the workflow stop or produce a clear failure state. Do not continue with incomplete information. Once the basic workflow is reliable, you can add persistent state. Then you can add remote imports. Then you can connect the workflow to external business systems. Build the system in layers. That makes it easier to understand, easier to test, and easier to fix. Understanding the fundamentals of multi-agent systems is the most important factor for using any tools. OpenProse is powerful because it makes those fundamentals visible. You can see the roles, you can see the parallel work, you can see the handoffs and the persistent state. You can see how a business process becomes a repeatable agentic loop instead of a collection of improvised prompts. If you want the full PDF guide on how to use OpenProse, you'll find it in the free school community. The link is in the description below. And if you want to learn in depth how to build multi-agent systems that drive real value, make sure to like and follow. Drop a comment below. Let me know what you want to see in the next video. I'll see you there.